Okay.
I just saw this. You can trade in a PS4 for $150 off for a PS5. Literally.
I like that. We're not doing that.
It's fine.
I want to keep the PS4.
Yeah. Honestly, pretty good. They just use a PS4.
Yeah, I like to have both. I already have a PS5.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does? Probably because they want you to buy it. Probably because they want you to buy it. You need a new pair of shoes. Why? I just bought you new shoes. Yeah, throw out all your crappy old shoes.
Nicholas, Expedition
Yeah.
44. The idea was you'd only have to fool the first one. Then Jules can wear its carcass to trap the next, and so on. Until we all have proper cover. But
A lady needs about 10 pairs of shoes.
Huh.
What do I do? A fancy pair, like a heels, like a wedding pair. I have to have summer flip flops.
You need 2 pairs of work shoes, a pair of summer shoes, a pair of nice shoes.
A nice pair, a winter pair of nice shoes, a summer pair of nice shoes, a pair of boots, a pair of rain shoes. And you need summer casual shoes and winter casual shoes.
You don't need, those are wants, but yeah.
No, I don't. I don't love shoes.
If I could do it without it, then everyone else could do it without it too.
Without it, you don't have to do without it. Your feet hurt all the time. There's just shoes everywhere.
A storm is coming.
Okay.
cut him down. Break.
A storm is coming.
Let's come apart.
It's already, Mama just made it. It's in the pan in the kitchen. Grab an hamburger helper.
A storm is coming. Let the ink flow. Lightning storm.
Where goes wrong sometimes? Sometimes when starts.
Yeah.
I just had to do a quest for Dex. And there's some Dex, I mean, for Dex's diner. To literally help me, I mean, to get this big dungeon to a doctor because the Gunkin ate a drumstick that Dexter and that Dex made, except Dex didn't cook it yet, and it was raw, so the pumpkin was literally green. His face was green.
Gross.
And so Dex literally told, I had to deliver a message to the Gungan saying that he needs to see a doctor. Literally, his whole face was green.
Gross.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Wow, wow, wow.
Jack, what are you eating?
Looking at the rest of my dinner.
What else did you get?
What is this? A cryptic story dispenser.
Actually, I found it quite interesting. Could we try it again?
Dak ate like 5 bites of our pasta.
Hey?
Yeah, like real bites. And he was like, after the second bite, he was like, actually, this is not spicy. And then I was like, it's good for you. And then he ate a couple more bites.
I like this.
Great. What now?
Something's going on with my left foot. The top of it. I guess it's like a tendon or something. Right through here. It's like.
I can see you. It looks like you got a swollen right now.
The top of my foot.
Yes. Inside, you got like a little bulge on the top inside, right there. Is that where it hurts?
No, it hurts. Up, right in the center.
Oh.
Like to where I can't like force it down as far as I want to. It hurts. Feels like it's straining. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna pop. Like this foot, I can just push it down as far as you know. But this one, I can't because it feels like something's gonna snap. And it's like caught on something. It does it every now and then.
It's swollen. It's caught on your joint.
Ow, fuck.
Don't mess with it.
I'm trying to like stretch it.
You need to take some ibuprofen so its swelling goes down. This is Mael now.
The balloon looks awesome.
Moon does look awesome, doesn't she?
Yeah.
She's the only one that looks good in the Beretta.
I
was like, she looks so badass.
In the beret.
Yeah, in the beret.
I love her red sunglasses. It's really cute.
I know. I was like, oh, I gave Ciel the little tomboy haircut.
I really like it. I love that.
I was like, I could make her.
It suits her.
Suits her.
Yeah, it does.
I don't have any good outfits for it, but
That looks stupid.
no, it's stupid.
That's the best. Because
The white.
it's kind of badass.
Yeah, I was
Or
trying
the
not to just make
Expedition
them all
one?
look the same, but Expedition is just a normal
Why is
outfit.
it so freaking
Dark?
dark? I hate it.
I know.
I mean, do you struggle to see it?
Yeah, I'm constantly having to go into the settings, like, because some areas are dark, some areas are light, so I constantly have to go into the settings and be like, let's change this around. Oh, here, maybe this will.
I mean, why did they make it that way? Why doesn't it autocorrect itself?
Because it's just bad. This is how it
It's not good. It's not written well, or whatever they call it.
makes them look even darker.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I wonder what it looks like on our TV. But it's naturally dark, though.
Right.
Oh, look, here, I was going to show you these cards. The ones that she sent me. So this was the first one. It's a show, because I told her that we liked the Equinox, the Terrain, the Subarus, so she said this is what they have. Because I had looked at the brown car, remember the brown Subaru, the ugly gold one? I reached out and did a chat with them, and I was like, do you all have this available? And they were like, we'll have someone get back to you. And this girl messaged me back, and she's a salesman here at Bachman Chevrolet. She was like, we sold it. She was like, let me see if I can find you something else. So she sent me this one that I was showing you. This is the Subaru Forester. It's sweet. But it's $28,000.
That's
And I
way
was
too
like,
much.
we are not going to spend that much,
No.
So scroll up. So she sent me these other ones, these other Equinoxes. And the Equinox gets 26 miles to the gallon.
The Equinox is still $27,000.
Keep going. That's not the one. There's two other ones.
Oh,
There's one for 19,000, but it has 40,000 miles on it.
I'm kind of thinking. I mean, I want us to buy a good car, but I'm kind of thinking maybe we should spend less money because we're talking. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what I'm thinking. I'm just rolling it around in my head.
So I'm going to
About-
get a pad and paper, and we're going to write down
what we should.
What are our important points? Because we keep changing our mind.
Right.
Like, well, maybe it's going to be worth it to spend a little bit more money to get the car that we want.
Well, I mean, I'm just in my mind. I mean, yes, it is worth it. Yes, you're going to get a better vehicle. That's true.
Right. Do we want a vehicle with higher miles? That. Do you want a car with 40,000 miles, 50,000 miles, or do you want a car with 22,000 miles? What is most important, saving money or having a car with less miles?
I mean,
we're talking about in the long run here.
Right.
We're talking about a difference between $20,000 and $26,000.
Well, we're not though. We're not talking about it in the long run because. And I don't want to say I'm judging you or anything. I'm not judging you. I'm not saying you did anything wrong or anything. I'm just saying you had a pretty I could buy a low mileage car. And it's going to last like that, and it'll last me 20 years because I don't drive like you do.
Okay, stop judging me.
I'm not judging you.
You
I'm
don't
just
know
saying.
how many miles I had on my car. I don't know how many miles were on that Camry when I bought it. It was less than 50,000. I can't remember.
Right. Okay. I mean, I'm just saying,
And yes, I drive a lot. That's just the nature of what I do.
Right. I know. That's all. I'm not saying it. I'm not judging you. That's what I'm saying.
I go to and from work, and I skirt our kid around everywhere.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's.
Right. I know.
I put some miles on the car.
Yes.
So we want a car that's durable.
So
it's gonna last through me doing that. That's why I wanted a Subaru, because I know that the Subaru is a car that is going to be able to take a beating. Not that I'm going to put a beating to it, but they're hardy vehicles, It's got a great suspension,
Well, thank you. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. I get it, but I'm also like. I'm like,
I want to find a happy medium.
I want to find a good medium, and I'm like thinking that's also money that we're not $20,000 just on the car, not in the interest, because the car is going to be $10,000 more than whatever we spend. So that's a lot of money. I mean, that's quite a lot of money. I know that's not a crazy amount of money.
Well, it's possible. If this job works out, which, knock on wood, hopefully it does. If this job works out, I'll start making double payments on it so that we can pay it off.
Well, I know, I get that, but that's money that I'm just saying.
Right.
That's money that we could have otherwise put away and spent on something else.
But we have to get a car. This is the point.
We do have to buy a car.
Inevitable.
Right.
We need to buy a car right now. We have to buy a car. So we have to spend money on a car. And we're not going to finance anything less than $20,000 because if we do, we're going to buy a piece of shit. I mean, there's just not any way around that.
I mean, I don't know. I'm thinking, in my mind, I'm like, I don't want to buy what I bought, but I'm just saying, and I'm not saying that. I definitely don't want to do this. But for me, I bought a car that was had 100,000 miles, more than 100,000 miles on it, and it lasted. It's still running. You know what I mean? It's still going. I've had it for 6-7 years now, and it's still running. And I don't want to buy that for us and this, but I'm saying now that makes me think like, well, what if we did buy something in like the 60,000 mile range?
Right. For you, for someone that drives to work and drives home. We're not buying a car for you right now.
But I also drove it. I drove it to Tennessee. I drove it to, you know what I mean?
One time.
Didn't I drive it to Florida?
Yes, we drove it to Florida.
Yeah, we drove it to Florida and back.
We did.
Right.
Once.
Right. I'm just saying we drove it
2 round trips.
in the mountains of Tennessee. We just drove it 2 hours away.
But we're talking about 95% of that time, that car drove you to and from work.
I mean, it drove me around town. I still went grocery shopping. I used to take Lincoln to the park. It did its fair share of driving.
Okay, so you put 60,000. How many miles was that car when you bought it?
109.
109. So you put 50,000 miles on that car in how many years?
5 years.
So 10,000 miles a year.
Right.
Okay? You are at the bottom of the average. You're way below average. So you don't fit this. Do you understand? You don't, like, that doesn't fit what we're doing here. This car is not, the car that we're about to buy is not going to be meant for that. I'm going to drive it to work every day.
Right.
Right. So we need
And I'm going to drive it at night, right?
When I come home, yeah, you can take it to work with you. You're not going to Uber still, right?
I'm going to try and figure out some way to make money.
But you're not going to drive our car for delivery purposes. I thought you decided you weren't going to do that.
I don't know. I might give it a shot and see if I start making money on it.
Why do we want to do that? You're just going to put that many more miles on our car. I thought we were going to split the car payment. You pay half of it and I pay half of it, and then it's not that big of a strain.
Yeah, I get that, but I'm right. I get that. We're just spending a lot of money. That's something. That's all I'm saying is it's a lot of money. And I mean, maybe
The bigger picture here is not clear. And we need to write this down. This point that you're trying to make here with the whole, you bought a car with 100,000 miles on it and it's been great for you. That doesn't reflect in the
no,
decision
but that means
making.
I'm like thinking like, well,
that doesn't work for us because
if we bought 60,000 miles, it's still pretty low mileage. It's not like it's going to break down anytime soon.
60,000 miles.
Yeah.
You got to think, how far are we from 100,000 miles? At 100,000 miles, that's when cars start having problems. That's when you have to start putting money into things. Like,
well, you need to start putting money into it before that. We got to figure into the maintenance too. We buy a 15,000 mile car, we're going to keep up. It's going to keep up. It's going to get the recommended maintenance on the car too.
yeah, I mean, when do we not do the recommended maintenance on our cars?
Lots of times, you don't know what the recommended maintenance is. Keep doing an oil change every 3,000 miles is not the recommended maintenance.
I've done more than that to my car.
And getting new tires and stuff put on.
I've had coolant flushed on my car. I've done other things. I've had spark plugs done. I'm sure that there's a lot of other things that I've done to it.
I did the spark plugs on it.
Right. And you
physically
did it.
Well after it was probably recommended to be done.
It was recommended to be done at 100,000 miles, and that's when you did it.
I'm saying there's like the Subaru was going to require more maintenance. I can tell you that.
No car is going to require more maintenance. The maintenance might be more expensive on different cars.
No, it will. It's going
It's not going to
to be
have.
more important that you, from what I've read online, it's more important that you keep up on every aspect of the maintenance.
It's not more important than any other car. You're supposed to keep it up on all of your cars.
Yeah. Okay.
What do you mean? You're telling me that somebody said that Subaru it's more important to keep up with the maintenance?
Yes, they're more fickle. If you maintain it, it's going to last a long time. But if you don't maintain it properly, you know what I mean?
What are you saying?
Nothing really. I'm just.
You want to spend less money.
I'm thinking. I'm like, maybe we should buy something that's less money, a little bit higher mileage, lower price for us right now. Use that to make more money, and then we could buy another car later. Because we have to buy 2 vehicles, not 1, 2.
I know.
Okay, I mean, so you know what I'm saying? I don't know how much longer my car is going to last. It's not doing too great right now. If we buy an expensive car, I got $5,000 in the bank or whatever, but it's going to, and even paying out, that's going to be less money we're putting into the bank account. Even if it's shared payment, that's still less money. It's not a whole lot less, but you see the bank account, it's not rising by a phenomenal rate right now. You know, some months I only have $250 in profit. Some months I have $500 in profit. 1,000, you know what I mean? Rarely do I ever. I don't think I've ever had, in a long time, have I had $1,000 in profit for the month. That has not happened.
Why aren't you working any overtime? Are they not offering it
They're not offering it. No.
at all? Not even on Mondays.
No. They're laying people off. They're downsizing right now.
Okay. So, what are the pros and cons of buying a cheaper car?
Well, buy a cheaper car means that we spend less money, we save more money.
Do we? Do we really?
Monthly we save more money.
Monthly, we save more money. But we buy a car with higher miles, then that's just the sooner that we're going to have to start doing maintenance on the car. Also, okay, so save money.
I mean,
So we'll say that.
you know, I'm how much what do you mean by maintenance and how much? Because like, look at your car. How much maintenance have you really put into the car? I put brakes and rotors, plugs in it. Those are all relatively inexpensive.
Okay, so in the
There's
last
a couple
year, we
$100
spent a lot of money on the car.
on my car, not on yours.
You have to take my car to the shop because it almost blew its engine. You've spent how much money on it? Because we had to maintain it on the road. How much money have you put into it?
Not a whole lot. What do you mean? Like,
Not a whole lot. The first time you took it to Corrig, you had to pay how much? Over $600.
no, my car is the one that costs us money, not yours. Yours was relatively cheap, relatively inexpensive.
You had to take it twice to go get those things done to it.
What things? What was the first time we took it in and had them looked at it? Remember? I had to take it in twice to have the
The ignition thing.
ignition coils put in.
Right, you did it twice.
I did it once. The second time didn't cost us anything.
Did it cost anything the second time?
No, it was a failure. He just took it out and put a different one in. It's a part failure. And when he did that, what was it? I mean, I think it cost us. It wasn't that much. I mean, it was relatively cheap. My car cost like $1,700 when I had to take it in. Remember, that was a big bill.
What was wrong?
Oh, the belt. One of the belts had to be replaced.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, that was a big
Like
job.
the serpentine belt?
Something like that. Yeah.
Okay, so cons of buying an older car. We don't know who's been driving it. I mean, when you buy a car with 20,000 miles on it, you don't really have a lot to worry about. It's like a brand new car.
Right.
You buy a car with 60,000 miles on it, you don't know.
Well, I mean, 60,000. I think 60,000 miles. It's not like it's getting up there, but we're still on a pretty safe range. Every car makes it to 60,000 miles. I mean, safely. That's pretty safe range. But you're getting to the territory where, like, in the next 5 years after that, yeah, you're going to need to flush the coolant out, change the transmission fluid, maybe. Things like that. So maintenance. You know, basically, if we buy a 60,000 mile car, that means we got 100,000 miles to drive on it.
Right. The sooner the... I mean, it's just less time between having to buy another car. You know? So we have to drive a car that we own for longer. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
the period of time when, like... Yeah, we might pay it off sooner.
Right. Yeah. No, I get what you're saying. It's we're gonna have to buy a car quicker after that.
Right.
So our following vehicle, we'll have to buy quicker to replace that one. I understand.
Right. So it's like, how much time are we really going to have where we don't have car payment? You know? Because if we're talking, if we're going to pay it off, if it takes us 5 years to pay it off, that's 5 years that we're driving that car. And then how many miles are we going to drive in that 5 years? Then we turn around in 5 years, we've got another car with 170,000 miles on it that we now have to trade in again as soon as we pay off our car. I mean,
Right. Well, I mean, I'm thinking if we buy a 60,000 mile car, right? How much is it going to cost? We could probably find one for about 15,000. If
we're
we
not going to get a loan for that. If we trade our car in, we're not going to get a loan for
Sure I would.
$13,000. No, they won't.
Yeah, well, give me $20,000. I'll give me 13,000.
Remember, I told. No, that was where I was running into problems when I went to go buy the Camry. I couldn't get financed for that little. That's why I had to spend more on my Camry. You can spend that much and buy a car, but you have to have that money in cash. They will not finance a $13,000 loan because they think that you're going to pay it off and they won't make any money on the interest. They won't do that.
Well, we should see. I'm pretty sure that I could get financed for a $15,000.
If you get a personal loan, you take out a personal loan, but then your interest on it is going to be much higher.
Well, we'll have to look at that. I would have to see, but I mean, we could probably, you bought your Camry. Your Camry was nice, $17,000 for a 2013 Camry with 30,000 miles. That's pretty good. Shit, I'd buy that car again.